That's my thinking. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking on it.
So, welcome in everybody for game number 3 between Pigz Might Fight and Novastar Gaming. We saw Novastar take game number 1 in a bloody affair that almost had 2 kills a minute. And then in game number 2, we saw Pigz Might Fight strike back, able to finally close out a game after taking every buff available to them on the map.
Pretty much.
And now the the opposing dueling invades.
So we saw this before, where they all met mid lane and just hung out. And then we saw Novastar go mid, but we saw Pigz go bot. And now we're seeing a good invade coming out from the side of Novastar. So we'll see what happens when they lay down some vision. Or just stay here. That would be pretty good. See what happens.
It's interesting that Fargo's just kind of wandering off on his own. The thing about these invades, you never... You know where they are if they track back into where you've invaded, but when you cluster up as 5, the rest of the map is dark.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing. Rembones is going to find out the hard way.
Oh no.
Oh, he actually interrupted the sapling. That might actually hinder Madog's clear. Forces the flash out at level 1. We'll have to see if Madog can abuse that.
Well, now that they definitely know where they are at, they could be able to, I don't know, try to make sure that they, I don't know, I would say, yeah, I was about to say, go steal his blue, make sure that goes well. Is Maokai just going straight? No, I think he's going to just let that happen, let his blue be taken.
So the vertical jungling to start off with. Which is interesting because it allows then Maokai could gank top side, but Cho'Gath could only gank bottom side. It separates them rather than seeing maybe an early counter gank. Zinthros gonna go a little bit aggressive on the Braum. Level 2 hit for Nictorious and Zinthros. This is exactly what we saw last game though with the kill for Leona immediately. And the Eggplant gonna get a lot of damage down with that Expunge. They're still not level 2.
I was about to say, like, you're like, just like what happened last game, and it was, like, they were level 1 and won out a fight level 2.
I feel like they're just overestimating the power spike. It's not the Lucian level 2 power spike. You're just Ashe. You get your Q, which you have to charge up for a while. Even Braum doesn't get a whole lot at level 2. You get either to jump to somebody or you get a wall. Ooh, the flash in from Hamada had really fishing for that dazzle, but not able to connect with it.
Sad. Sad when I don't know, it's so embarrassing, it's so sad when you're like, alright, I'm gonna flash and do this ability, and then you miss, and it's like, well, here's the walk of shame. All the way back to my team.
He's even got Edgy Taric. Stun does land on Nictorious, but Eggplant's
Stun back.
Come to the other side. This is really split engagement again. Nictorious is taken pretty low. Eggplant's low as well, but he's getting healed up. Scrambles is here. He doesn't hit the Feral Scream. Does hit the Rupture. Tower shot taken, but altogether 3 summoner spells burned in exchange for 1, it looks like. So not a bad trade for Pigz as they get a little bit of damage done on this tier 1. This is... I don't want to say it's a super risky stay, but Twitch does a fair amount of damage if it's built up. Sebas is teleported in, though, on Scion. And... good flash away from Eggplant. Himana's in trouble, though. He doesn't have flash because he used it trying to get the cheeky level 2 kill, and First Blood's going to go over to Nictorious.
Well. Alright, First Blood. That's all you gotta say. I mean, great job, though, from the team. Like, as kind of weird as that is to TP when you're level 3, level 4, I mean, they did get him First Blood, and they're gonna get Dragon off this, too, so... Rafa is pushing in, getting ahead in CS, but overall for a team, like, that sustained in lane is gonna be pretty nice, I would say.
Yeah, and it was a really good call out. Their communication would have been really nice there to call out for Sebas to come in there. A lot of people don't think about that teleport that early. You're used to seeing
Yeah.
it. Top laner hits level 6 is the classic one, and then you teleport in when the bot lane's level 4 or 5, and all of a sudden you're the big man on the block. But coming in at level 4 on what was probably the last couple of seconds of that ward. Oh, Eggplant's going to try to pick something up in exchange. Sebas knocked out of that recall, but Zinthros is here. They're not going to follow up with a Dazzle.
Stay in the Ramones. You're gonna take one tower shot anyway. Go ahead and just get those 2 minions.
The struggles of being a melee top. I pushed
When
it in,
they're
but
just
not,
out of reach.
yeah, I pushed it in, but not quite far enough. Now I have to take a tower shot to hit the ranged minions.
Yeah.
So interesting, the Stinger for Fargo on the first back. So, I know chat was talking about not building Nashers first. It looks like he is going to build Nashers first, though.
Just be ready. Just be ready. Anything he does wrong, they're gonna blame it on him having Nashers. Oh my goodness, his Scion died top solo. What a troll. It's because he got Nashers.
Victorious has the that item, the Vampiric Scepter, is the name of that item. In fact, compared to the BF's or the BF, the longsword for Twitch, so the sustain advantage is all that's really gained off of that first blood.
Cog Iceburn? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Kog'Maw Righteous Glory? I
Really
think
good
I'll say
damage so
this-
far by Renji, by the way. He's forced Nick out of lane twice now. Has nothing really to show for it, not even a CS lead, but has forced him out of lane twice, so he can feel good about it.
Does have more, does have a level 6, but I don't see him using that. But
Well, okay, we didn't see him use it. Fine.
no, that's what I mean. I'm saying like he's not like I would roam mid. Oh, but he just TP'd up the top. Like he roamed mid, but like I would like. Oh yeah, I would try to use like why not use Unstoppable Force? Get in there, make sure that the Vel'Koz could get a kill. I would say Godwin that it is insufficient as a first item. I think as a second item it would fare quite nicely.
Rembones has the Sheen first item on Malphite, and he's doing some damage to Sebas. Nick's caught out a little bit. He's away from his support. Zinthros is on the wrong end of this. That's a really nice wall. So it's a solo kill in mid lane for Fargo. We're watching bot lane again. Himana tries to go in, doesn't quite pick up the kill with the Taric passive. Zinthros puts the wall backwards.
Poison.
There's some kills all over the place, and in top lane, Unstoppable Force is going to pick one up for Rembones. Sebas is staying pretty healthy, just auto-attacking those minions. Okay, Zombie Scion doesn't last for too long.
No.
It's not Patient Zero this time. But a 2-for-1 cross-map. The kill in mid lane for Fargo, the kills for Eggplant and Rembones in bot and top. And yeah, that was kind of unfortunate, not accounting for the expunge damage was Zinthros and stuck around just a tiny bit too long. And this is interesting. Fargo, we talked a little bit about the range advantage that Renji would have in this mid lane, and we saw him use it a little bit earlier. He was forcing him back with the Q, but now it looks like Fargo has a pretty good handle on that lane. He's actually up 12 CS and a kill, had that solo kill as well with the Emperor's Divide.
Yeah, it almost seems like, well, I don't see Fargo as being like someone who's been playing a lot of Azir because he just recently got the buff, but he definitely is acting like he's more confident on the Azir than Renji is on this Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is trying to knock him around and put some good damage, some good harass, but it's just not panning out. It's not paying off. Malphite takes blue.
Yeah, my Azir doesn't need that. He's up in his lane. I guess I better just keep it for myself as Maokai.
He has enough mana sustaining items. He has that Doran's ring. He's good. Oh man.
Rembone's going in. He's got the Glacial Shroud now. he's got a pretty big item advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's not a super big gold advantage, but I would say Sheen Glacial Shroud should beat up on the hodgepodge of items that Scion has pretty well, and we're seeing that play out. The Lifeform Disintegration Ray in mid lane was able to force Fargo back, and Zinthros and Victorious are just kind of contesting vision over here. Himana eats a sapling for his trouble.
Yeah, we see kind of I don't know if this is a move they do very often, but Pigz roaming a lot of people mid, just trying to be able to catch out the enemy mid laner, and it doesn't work out in a kill like it did last time, but definitely got some good, the mastery. Definitely was able to get some good pressure on the rest of the map.
So Dragon's about to respawn. What variety of dragon? It is another Vape Dragon, another Air Dragon.
Cho'Gath, the counter jungling fiend that he is.
Fargo goes in, gets knocked up by the rift, the flash wave. Actually carries Madog to safety, and Fargo's going to pick up another kill.
Will if I'm on the back end? I think they're going to find him trying to hide. I'm just a chicken, guys. A giant wooden chicken. Alright, so they did pick up a kill on the back end of that, but Azir 2-0-0. I mean, even if he is building suboptimally here at the very beginning, he's getting ahead. He's going to be able to get there pretty quick.
And off the back of that kill, they're going to try to start up the dragon, and they know the jungler's dead. He's only got Smite, doesn't have Feast available, but there's not really anyone in the area to contest, except Braum and Ashe, who are choosing to go through. Ooh.
I mean, I guess you try. Ooh, oh, they're calling for the Ashe arrow.
Do they see him? They do see him.
There
he flashes out of the back. Arrow lands onto Himana. Gonna use the Taric ultimate. Makes 3 people invulnerable and the Blast Cone to try to disengage.
Dang. I think they should have shot that way earlier, like when they were still out in the river, because then Fargo could have stream shuffled and used Emperor's Divide way sooner. But he had to go clear still through the river before he got there himself. So I think a little bit of miscommunication there, because they just weren't able to actually make anything happen on the backside of that.
Ooh, Flash Unstoppable Force almost picks off Fargo. The Emperor's Divide comes out, though. Renji's taken low. He's going to die to the tower in exchange. Madog is here. He's going to just fight. Maokai versus Malphite is not a particularly exciting bout. But Malphite would slowly win it if the tower didn't intervene. But the 1-for-1, that was really nice by Fargo to pick up the return kill with the Emperor's Divide.
Well, and he definitely made them pay for Renji. I think spammed his Q too much and pressed it again, so it made the explosion go horizontal. And if he would have just let the Q go, it would have connected with Fargo, and I think would have killed him before he could have divided him into the tower. So
yeah,
I think
he also still has Lifeform Disintegration Ray up. Like he could have afforded to position a little bit less aggressively. Sebas is going to come in. He uses the Unstoppable Onslaught. Is there 2 Unstoppable ultimates in this? Yes, there are. Okay. I thought I was making that up for a second. Sometimes I like to make up ultimate names that sound about right, but no, it is Unstoppable Onslaught. I guess the advantage of using it right there, he's able to get the damage down on the turret as well as on Malphite.
And we do see a TP is available for Scion, so he's definitely going to do a good job of keeping this Malphite contained. So we'll see how he uses that TP. If he just pushes lane, maybe comes back, so he can have TP available. But we'll see what he can use out of that, because they definitely have the advantage for that side.
Mm-hmm. And interestingly, Renji rushes the Morellos, so he's actually got a completed item before Fargo does. It might be a little bit of a power spike that they could potentially abuse if they're paying super close attention.
Yeah.
But at least he's got the mana sustain that Azir may not necessarily have, so if he can get in there and shove. People setting up mid. We're watching bot for some reason. But the two junglers are about to collide at blue buff. We're going to watch Rembones and Sebas just punch each other.
We've talked about it a couple times after the game, but Pigz has usually done a fairly good job of having wards everywhere and vision control. Maybe they haven't used it like in the best way to get objectives, but it looks like, again, going for those wards.
Unstoppable Force is going to come through. 2-man knockup. Madog's taken pretty low. He's going to get nommed and taken out by Rembones. Didn't get the execute, though. Didn't get the stack, so...
Sad day. No lunch for you.
Not the happiest Cho'Gath, but the damage certainly still counted.
Good sidestep and good stun. So, good confidence coming in from Novastar in the spot lane here.
Yeah, Nictorious is up 20 CS, despite having that little bit of trouble given over, I guess, to their lane early.
Godwin makes a really good point in the Twitch chat, saying that this Malphite is going to be really hard for the Ashe and Azir to handle here in the near future. And I think that's really true. Like, not that this Malphite's going to just blow someone up, but the fact that he's going to be able to just make it so the Azir won't be able to do much in the middle of a team fight, or the Ashe.
Yeah, he lowers the attack speed of both of them, and that's a pretty critical stat for Ashe and Azir. A lot of ultimates being exchanged here. The Rat-A-Tat coming out, they're trying to pick off Zinthros first, but now turning on to Nictorious. That's the better target. Eggplant flashes away, gets the Blade of the Ruin King proc off. Trying to chase him down. Oh, Renji's here, he uses the Lifeform Disintegration Ray. And kills being picked up for Pigz.
Great roam, great communication to have Cho'Gath go mid and try to make sure they can't always keep track of that Vel'Koz. And so Vel'Koz is down. Oh, we're seeing Sound just try to get that tower. No minions. It's so difficult. He's going to go down for this, isn't he?
He's going to get it, but
he's going to get it, but...
Yeah, there he goes.
I mean...
I don't know that it's worth a death necessarily, but he does get the tower. That is the first tower, right? Yes, it is.
He even back
with bot lane pushing, it might not be the worst trade in the world, honestly. It'll be a net positive gold. No, it isn't. First gold isn't worth significantly more.
Good damage.
Oof. The research proc. Vel'Koz knows everything about Azir now. Also dealt true damage for some reason.
What is it on Vel'Koz that goes up by 3.14?
His attack damage per level.
Attack damage. Yeah, okay. I thought that was kind of cool that they threw that in there. Math.
But yeah, that burst actually is going to allow him to get a little bit of damage down on mid tower. The Earth Dragon is up as the second dragon of the game.
Where's the Crystal Arrow?
Look at that damage onto Nictorious. They get the flash away from the roam, but half of Ashe's health at this stage of the game is pretty impressive. Rat-A-Tat coming through. Nictorious is the target, and he's down. And now Fargo comes into the middle of it. He hits the Emperor's Divide on 4. They re-engage over the wall with the Unstoppable Force, able to pick it back up.
Lifeform Disintegration on the backside.
And yeah, the Vel'Koz on the backside of that fight, able to clean it up. That's 4 kills over now to Pigz as they push in. They've got a 12-4 kill advantage. It's still not a huge gold lead. Not only 3,000. I guess that's about reasonable, but...
Hamana making up for his missed flash stun earlier, catching out. He caught out the Ashe first, right? And then it just kind of fell apart from there.
Yeah. And that'll be second dragon of the game over to Pigz. They have the Earth and the Air Dragons in exchange for the Ocean Dragon.
So we'll get another Earth. Yeah, but 12-4 in kills, but you pointed out earlier, that does not equate to that ginormous amount of a gold lead. This has been a really good job of CSing both from Azir and Ashe to make sure that is a little closer than it appears.
This doesn't seem like a very exciting top lane matchup.
No.
I mean, even with Malphite so far ahead, he's barely winning these exchanges.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eggplant on one side getting the red buff, and Madog's going to go ahead and keep it for himself over here on the other side.
Cyan passive coming in hot.
Oh, and there's a little bit of unfamiliarity for Fargo with New Azir, trying to clear that ward with the soldier. And you actually can't do that anymore.
Was he trying to do that? I didn't get to see that.
Can I hover over his W to see how much bonus HP he has Bear? Well, I'm actually
I'm not the one who's
spectating,
streaming.
so
Yeah,
I can do that. It is currently 420.
Because that's a normal number. Wait, who are we looking at? His W?
Scion. Yeah, Scion's W.
Scion's W.
Oh, God. I feel like Advin somehow knew. I got baited into that. I can't believe it.
There's no way he knew that. There's no way he knew that. There's no way.
Now we've hit ARAM stage, peak ARAM now, as Pigz gather up with 5 men mid to push down. This isn't even a tower, this is just a passive.
So Darren guy makes a really good point that NSG is looking like they're just off their game. They're not feeling comfortable with this team comp, and we kind of talked about that before. You had said like, hey, let's see, like, I want to see some people kind of shake it up a little bit, and I think they kind of went. I think they went too far out of their comfort zone. So Darren, 100% on point. They're just not making the same rotations. They're not funneling the gold the same way. They're not team fighting the same way. So we'll see what can happen though, because I mean that Ash Arrow has yet to make an appearance in a major team fight.
They haven't used the Ash Arrow. They haven't used the unstoppable onslaught from Scion. They haven't used the Maokai ultimate to really do anything. They have these long gauge engage tools. That's actually correct. But they have all of these things that they can use to try to create picks, and they haven't yet. Pigz is kind of gathered top lane, but also kind of not. Eggplant's caught a little bit, flashes away, gets hit by the Glacial Fissure.
So much
CC. He is going to go down. Yeah, there's another kill.
So bad.
4 kills now over to Fargo. And the clean mid-tower push. And just as I was talking about them being split, they get kind of punished for it. Unstoppable Force comes through, though, knocks up 3. Victorious running away on the back end. Zinthros in the middle of this. Rimbones does pick up 1 kill on it. And we're seeing 4 separate fights happen during this team fight. Madog and Renji on one side trying to kite back. Rembone's now running away. He's going to get taken down. And the Nom comes out as Scrambles picks up another on the backside of that fight.
Glitterbait just liking the... Oh,
there's the knockup as well. We're going to keep fighting. Notorious gets flashed on. Renji's going to pick up the kill.
What I was going to say is Glitterbait poking the bear. Not afraid to make some people rethink what they had said before.
So this is a Baron call at 23 minutes. They do have a Twitch, so they can burn it decently. They also have... Well, they don't actually have Feast Up, so...
Yeah.
Teleport coming through from Rimbones. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and cancel that, but I guess it's worth it to get out of there, honestly. They do secure the Rift Scuddler, the important objective coming out. I thought that Sebas immediately went in there and started the bear, and I was like, no, we don't need to keep doing this, but no, just grabbing the ward in front.
Yeah, and I think that was a really, really good Tarek play coming out there with his Cosmic Radiance, making sure that no one on his team took damage right as there was some good engage coming out from the side of Novastar Gaming. So I think they did a really good job of that team fight and prolonging it. And again, it's kind of been the story of the series, is really long team fights and which team makes the overcommitment.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a spectator glitch specifically for me, but Sebas keeps charging his Q while Scion's facing backwards, and it looks super funny. Like the axe is coming out of his head the wrong way. And
whenever he Qs?
Yeah. I don't know if it's every time he Qs or just sometimes, but it looks like he's facing backwards. We'll have to wait for it.
Yeah.
We're back in mid lane. There's basically 5 people here for Novastar. about 4.5 for for Pigz. Actually, Sebas has teleport available, so he should probably be splitting right now. But Dragon's about to come up in 13. I didn't see what flavor we have today.
I think it's mountain again.
It's another mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another mountain. So we do see Scion going back and trying to get down to that dragon fight here pretty soon, but he might just be out. They might just let this go. There's pings on it, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be a smite. It's going to be a feast.
Yep, and there it is, picked up for Pigz.
Ooh.
Now Madog's caught out a little bit on the front of this fight, but he's pretty tanky. Cosmic Radiance is used by Himana. It only catches basically the tanks. The Unstoppable Force coming around does pick up Victorious. The Lifeform Disintegration Ray doing a lot of damage as well. Fargo's still alive on the side of this fight. He's going to turn this around. Double kill for Fargo. Triple kill for Azir.
Wow, his shoulders were attacking a lot there.
Yeah, he managed to stay just on the outside of that fight. The Unstoppable Force and the Lifeform Disintegration were committed to exclusively to kill Ashe, and Azir goes untouched at the back of that fight and is able to turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I don't know how they lost that fight, because Malphite just walked around in front of Azir. Azir was pushed out towards mid lane, and then here comes Malphite just coming off to the side, and
yeah, I think
they got funneled in there.
It's really just target priority. Like,
yeah,
yes, you want to get rid of the Ashe. It's a very important target, but you don't. You need to get Azir. Azir is the big damage threat right now in this game. Renji's here. Gets the knockup. Ooh. Are they going to be able to finish this off?
Oh,
Ashe
the flash
connects
into it.
And a kill picked up for Victorious. Himana's here. He's trying to pick it up, but it's going to be it's going to be secured by Madog. Scrambles is here now. He gets the feast down onto Victorious. Eggplant picks up one kill on the back of this. I don't think Sebas can get out of here. He'll go ahead and sacrifice himself for his support. That's a little bit backwards, but gonna happen anyway. And Twitch is still chasing down.
We have two on the side of Novastar that have Baron buff, so we'll see how they can communicate and how they can use this. Usually when your support has it, I mean, you just kind of just try to make sure your support's always with you. So we'll see if they're able to actually use that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with the support in the mid laner. Like, maybe you send Azir bot lane with that giant wave, but you're not going to get a whole lot of... You're not going to get two Baron buffed waves out of it. You're usually going to keep those two together.
And if you do have two, it's just simply just a... Uh-oh. Hello, pause. Madaug. Number one Baron of yes. Alright, during this pause, you need to guess how many Barons there are going to be this game. This was number one. How many Barons are going to be this game? Because there's been a lot.
Apparently Maokai's PC just turned off, so we'll go ahead and just blame Windows Updater.
Yeah.
He still got the smite during the Baron, so
yeah. I
guess his PC was on at that point, but...
When was Madog even in the game to have left? Well, that's some pretty shots fired. Glitterbay says there's going to be three Barons, so 2 more Barons and 5 attempts total. So, which, weren't there already 2 attempts? Wasn't there already an attempt earlier?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so that was number 2. So, 2 more Barons, 3 more attempts. I believe that is Glitterbay's prediction. I'm going to say, I think there's only going to be 1 more Baron. I'm going to say there's going to be 2 Barons, but... And I want to say one more. I think that whoever gets the next Baron can just run it down and win.
I just think it's interesting. We're seeing Baron number 1 of question mark, but I think the longest prediction was only like a 43-minute game at the start. So,
oh, was it?
We're gonna have to see a little bit longer game, I think, to get 3 Barons. Oh, there's the reconnect.
I had it last game.
Only a few people guessed. There's a 37-minute, there's a 34-minute, oh, 42, Badinsko, 42:01. Godvin says 29 minutes, so, I mean, if they end the next minute, I guess he can get it. Corey, 4201 is the longest. Corey, you're the longest.
Oh, now they're having Discord problems.
Ah. See what we can do.
I guess 3 minutes ago they were having Discord problems. We don't know what they're doing right now.
Oh, sorry. I guess since I don't know why messages aren't coming across to me, guys. Sorry for all those that have messaged me.
I see a now we good.
Now we good.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
So yeah, there's a big wave in bot lane, but they're sending Vel'Koz off to deal with that. I don't know. I don't know exactly how much they're going to be able to get with this Baron. It almost feels like it was more of a denial than anything.
Which I mean is always pretty good, because I would say of the two teams, I would be afraid of a Baron in the hands of Pigz more so than Novastar. I mean, not a lot to say right now. Azir does steal at the blue buff, so good job for him. But not a big objective to fight over. Neither team are really good at sieging. I mean, Azir could if he was making sure he was in the right position, but that Malphite and Cho'Gath could really get on top of him pretty quick if he's not careful.
Yeah, my dog gets caught a little bit, takes a bit of damage, but
Ping on the
overall
bot
it just
side.
feels like that. They just got an extension timer on the game. I don't know that necessarily favors them, but they got an extension timer.
Ooh. That was just one Q, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just a Q on Victorious. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're committing resources now. So we have the Sun Disc
There we go.
up for Fargo. Sebas is going to go and try to just clear that wave. I think that's going to be the ultimate goal, is for this siege just to kind of threaten them while that outer tower goes down in bot lane.
Oh, Azir with his extra passive of a tower. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed after this. I need sleep. This game is gonna probably go on for a little longer, but honestly, I'm so excited to see these teams like always be going at each other, because that means when they play each other later on the season, like there's just that much more incentive to make sure that they, I don't know, keep pushing to fight each other, and we'll see who's really developed more as a team as the season goes on. Because 30 minutes in, this is just completely even with gold.
Mm-hmm. And both of these teams look. They don't have that edge to them. That sort of intangible edge where they get that lead and the door's just closed. We've seen the lead fluctuate back and forth, and that's going to be the big thing that both teams really need to build on for the rest of the season.
Oh, they're getting behind.
We've seen moments of
Fargo's
brilliance
not
from
gonna
both
get
of
him.
them. Oh. Yeah, Fargo could just stand there and auto attack scrambles for a while, and it's just not going to really result in a whole lot.
Yeah.
And again, just Scion's grouped up with the team again, with teleport available, and nothing is getting done. We're into ARAM mode. Dragon is about to spawn. We have an air dragon, so not the pristine objective we were looking for at the end of the game, but both teams certainly still seem eager to fight over it.
We're seeing them. They are setting up for this dragon. Finally, we'll see some action, since they just kind of hung around in mid this entire time.
Oh, the Vel'Koz is actually the one that aggroes Baron, or aggroes the dragon over the wall. Zinthros is taken really low. He's the only one in the dragon pit right now. Flash forward by Himana is going to take the kill with Dazzle. Unstoppable Force actually doesn't connect on anybody on the back end of that. Cho'Gath just kind of quietly finishes the dragon and eats it. 3 members still trying to run away. Fargo still has his ultimate available, so he's got that big engage or disengage. The Ash Arrow doesn't connect on anything with the big field goal. Eggplant pops the Rat-a-tat, trying to melt them down. It's still only 2 kills. Sabus still has Flash available. Renji's taking really low. Fargo goes in. He does pick up 1. He's flipped the fight around, but this isn't quite in his favor. Oh, the Unstoppable Onslaught comes through. They're going to pick up 1 in return.
Ash.
It's Ash and Scion versus 3. These 3 don't do a whole lot of damage, though. Victorious trying to kite them out with the flash shot. Himana's going to go down. Rimbone's still trying to run away. He'll pop to try to catch up. But the Malphite and the Cho'Gath look like they're likely going to live another day.
Good rupture. Man, these long extended team fights.
Yeah, that was so long that Zintheros actually respawned and has almost made it back to the fight. There he is. I don't know what he got slowed by exactly. Oh no, that's just a stuck
it's just a bug. Yeah.
It's a stuck particle on him.
Yeah. Sad day.
That's a pretty cool trail, though. I mean, that helps you get in the Braum cosplay attitude, I guess. He's going to go and man the tower down.
Huh. I mean, on the one side that's good, but Baron's up in 24 seconds. I feel like they should probably be trying to get vision and get control of that side over there. Really, both teams should. No one's moving over there right now.
Yeah, it's very strange to see Baron up in 10 seconds and the pit is just dark.
Yeah.
For both sides.
You hit tab and you know what the timer is. Like, just kind of poor from both sides. Like, not really wanting to get vision here. And all right, we do see Pigz making sure they're getting in there, getting some vision down. So good for them, zoning out a little bit there. Just kind of tickled him, I guess. Not really a whole lot of damage being done.
Yeah, and again, neither team playing around their top laners super well. Rumbones has actually both top laners have teleport available, but they're choosing just to stay grouped up with their teams.
Menu bind key. Oh. Oh, there was a little bit of damage that got hit off into him. His W is now at 850 on Scion. Oh, Scion, he's tanking up a lot. He's just not slowing down.
Yeah, again, this is interesting with all the long-range engage tools available for Novastar. They just don't seem like they want to pick anybody off. Renji was kind of caught off on the side of that. He was almost the target of Scion. You could have fired an Ash ult in there and maybe picked him off for free. The fight's going to break out, kind of.
I was ready for it too.
The rupture disengage into the Sun Disk, apparently. There is vision in the Baron Pit now for both teams. So at least we have awareness of the objective. Scion is kind of split pushing, sort of.
We do see a ton of vision coming out for Pigz, so we'll see how they can use it. They should see the team coming across here.
Fargo's caught. Unstoppable Force into the Lifeform Disintegration Ray and the Rat-a-tat. That's just going to end that. The Taric Ultimate comes through just for insult to injury, but this team fight is all Pigz. Well, maybe not all. They only got 2 out of it. That looked a lot cleaner than it wound up being. Results-based analysis, but now Pigz turning on to the Baron.
And this is what I said. I said that there's going to be one more Baron attempt for one final Baron. I'm sticking with my guess since it's happening right now in the moment. But we do see that vision that was laid out by Pigz come and bear prosperous fruit as they were able to catch out Fargo, as they were able to rotate safely, knowing where everyone was, and then make it. I don't know. They didn't even get that tower. They just got the kill and were able to back off. So really good job from them.
Yep. Cho'Gath's at 11 stacks now. If you're curious about those stacks as well, he's a big. I was gonna say like strong, but he's really just bony, honestly.
It's all bone. He's big boned.
He's big boned.
Wait, how many pink wards can you have?
You can buy 3, but you can only place 1 at a time.
Yeah, so Cho'Gath and Tark both have 3. Like, that seems a little excessive.
You gotta keep that
I mean,
stack up.
I mean, I think they're finally starting to use their vision a little bit here, which I mean is what we want to see teams do. So we'll see how they do use this Baron. Infernal Drake. Is it Infernal? Which Drake is it? Hold on. No, it's Elder Drake.
It should
Sorry,
be Elder.
Drake
Yeah, we're at 37.
is at 30.
There's, well, Maokai's.
He's coming.
I don't know
across.
what's going on here. Tarek and Maokai are kind of on the wrong side of the fight. Righteous Glow is used, but now Maokai is on the other wrong side of the fight, and he's dying. Big Glacial Fissure knocks out 4. Cosmic Radiance comes out, but it only just kind of
That flash.
runs out. That was a good unstoppable force. None of this initiation is sticking, though. Everybody's kiting back. There's finally some kills coming out now for Pigz. 2 have gone down. Another Rupture is going to connect. Eggplant picks up another kill.
Ash.
Victorious is really trying to kite this out,
Done.
but walks into the fissure, the tectonic rift, I think is what it's called.
Yes, it is.
But
It's
that's
Tectonic Disruption.
that's the ace for Pigz Might Fight. They have the Baron up. We'll see how far they can push with 20 seconds remaining.
I think they can. I mean, all these minions that are right up here, especially the ginormous, big-boned scrambles on that Cho'Gath. And I think that is going to be it.
Yep, that looks like it. Nobody's going to be able to spawn in time. And Pigz Might Fight are going to take this game 2-1, adding to their other 2-1 victory, and advance to 2-0 on the season. So the early leaders in the clubhouse are Pigz Might Fight. Certainly not the dominating performance in either week from them, but W's in the column.
Right, and I'm hoping that Pigz can take that last 6 minutes of gameplay they had, where they were aggressive, they were using their vision, they were pulling the trigger. If they can play like that throughout the early of the mid game, if they can play like that during the mid game, I think they can take control of games way faster. But at the same time, I feel like they did a good job this game, keeping control of what was going on, making sure that they didn't throw the game, and they always were erring on the side of caution. But I loved seeing them pull the trigger, especially when they were ahead, and that was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Definitely agree. I guess wrap up. Who do you want to give MVP to? Who are you feeling?
Ooh, so I'm thinking Malphite, Rimbones. He did such a good job top lane, and then that last engage with the flash ult to catch 3 people. I would say definitely the most valuable player for that last game.
I agree. That was who I was going to go with as well.
Yay.
So
that's what we like to hear.
we
If
did
we
it.
were to try to give an MVP for the series, who would you say?
For the series,
Yeah. Aerofox. I'll give mine.
Okay.
I might go MVP of the series to. Ooh, okay. I almost talked myself out of it. I don't know now. I'm thinking Eggplant or Scrambles, because Scrambles did such a good job on Sejuani and a really good job on Cho'Gath this game of being consistent. But now that I think about it, I'm thinking Egg.
Yeah, I think Eggplant had a better 3 games overall. Scrambles looked better in the 2 wins, but
Yes.
in game 1, I felt like the jungle pathing, even with the advantage early, didn't pan out into anything. So, yeah. I think